Okay.
Right, this next 12-bar blues is an old Big Bill Broonzy song called Hey Hey. You'll notice Eric Clapton did a version of this on his Unplugged album, quite an up-tempo version. We're going to pull the tempo back a bit. So here we go. Right then, now with this one I'm playing with my fingers. Now we start off with our first finger on the 5th string at fret 2. Now you can either pick it with your thumb and slide to fret 7 like that, or pick it with your thumb and first finger and lift the string slightly, lift it and let it snap back. It's an acquired taste that you can either get the slide it to 7 or just pick it with a thumb. So we slide to fret 7, keep our first finger on the 5th string there, and then pick string 6 open with our thumb. Then place our second finger on the 3rd string at fret 7 and our 3rd finger on the 2nd string at fret 8. And with those 2 fingers in place, squeeze strings 6, 3 and 2 together at the same time. Use your thumb on the 6th string, 2nd finger on the 3rd, 3rd finger on the 2nd. And as you squeeze them, bend strings 3 and 2 up slightly. It's just a slur, they're not even going to a particular pitch. Just a slight push. Then we squeeze strings 6, 2 and 1 together, using the same principle. Thumb on the 6th string, 2nd finger's now on the 2nd string, 3rd finger's on the 1st string. So we get. Then put your 2nd finger on the 2nd string at fret 8 and your 3rd finger on the 1st string at fret 9. And with those 2 fingers there, squeeze strings 6, 2 and 1 again with the same fingers. And again, as you do it, give them a slight raise. And then do it a second time. Then pick the 2nd string at fret 8, then the 1st string open, and then the 2nd string open. So when we put the whole thing together, we get. Like that. Slow motion. Then we repeat that a second time. Then we can do a slide down string 6. If you place a finger on string 6, it doesn't really matter which finger, at say fret 12, slide down the string like that. It's purely an effect. Then we put an A7 chord on. That's our first finger over strings 1, 2, 3 and 4 at fret 2 to form a little bar, and our 2nd finger on the 1st string at fret 3. And what we then do is we pick string 5 with our thumb twice, double downstroke. Then pull strings 3, 2 and 1 together at the same time. Use fingers 1, 2 and 3 as a little scoop like that. So it's, see me doing that? So you get from the slide. Then we take the finger off the 1st string at fret 3, so we leave our first finger over strings 4, 3, 2 and 1 at fret 2 still. We pick the 5th string again with our thumb, and then we pull strings 3, 2 and 1 again. Then we remove our finger at fret 2 so that we just have open strings. And we pull strings 3, 2 and 1 open, so we get this effect. We then replace the A7 back on, and this time we pick it twice. We pick the 5th string with our thumb again, and then pull strings 3, 2 and 1, just as we did before. Then repeat that again. Then pick the 5th string again, and remove the finger from the first string at fret 3. So you've just got the bar at 2 again. And then pull strings 3, 2 and 1. Remember that's an A6 when you do that. Then pull strings 3, 2 and 1 open again, take the bar off. So on our A7 section it sounds. Then we return back to our E riff, the original riff. Which we do one more time, so you'll know that. Now we come to the B. Now what I'm doing here, I'm placing my first finger over strings 4, 3 and 2 at fret 2. I pull those strings 4, 3 and 2. I use my first, second and third fingers on those 3 strings. And I then slide my first finger along strings 4, 3 and 2 to fret 4. So I now have a mini bar at fret 4. That's also over the first string at fret 4 as well, so I'm covering strings 4, 3, 2 and 1 when I get there. Then I add my second finger to the first string at fret 5, and with that finger there I pick the 4th string with my thumb, then I pull strings 3, 2 and 1. Then I extend my little finger to the first string at fret 7, and with that finger there I pick the 4th string with my thumb again and then pull 3, 2 and 1. Then I take just the little finger off, so I'm left with the little bar at fret 4 and my second finger on the first string at 5, and I pull 3, 2 and 1 again. So we get this effect on the B. And we just do it once like that. Then we hammer an A chord on. Pull strings 4, 3 and 2 together at the same time with your 3 fingers again, fingers 1, 2 and 3. And hammer your third finger onto strings 4, 3 and 2 at fret 2. So have the finger hovering in the air, and as you pull them open, hit that finger down at fret 2 and that creates the notes then. Then pick the first string open. I pick that with my third finger. Then I pick the first string at fret 3 and I pull off to fret 2. So I've got my third finger on the first string at fret 3 and my second finger at fret 2 to pull off to. So pull off from 3 to 2. And then as soon as it sounds at fret 2, you pull that one off to the open first. Like that. Then we pick the first string at fret 2 again, then the first string open. I'll do that from the hammered A chord. Then I do that, I pick the second string open and hammer my second finger onto it at fret 2. Like that, hit it down. Then the last note is the open first string. So we get. Then I go. Now on this last bit, I put my third finger on the first string at fret 4. I pick the second string open with my thumb, and then I pick the first string with my third finger. Then I pick the second string open with my thumb, and then the first string open with my third finger. Then I pick the second string open again with my thumb. I put my second finger on the first string at fret 2 and I pick the first string with my third finger and then pull that finger off so that the first string sounds open. Then my second finger goes to the second string at fret 2 and I pick that note with my thumb again. And then the last note is the open first string picked with my third finger. So that little run goes. Then we can end up on an E chord like that and we can strike that across to resolve it.